you think? Good.
Good morning, everybody. It is, what is it? Friday. Happy Friday. It's, it's 9:11 a.m., but it's, March 13, 2020, Friday the 13th, and, oh man, this virus stuff, it's out of control. I have so much anxiety over it lately. So I've been talking about it for weeks. You guys know. I've been slowly preparing a little bit, getting food and resources and supplies and stuff slowly here and there. I noticed weeks ago Walmart sells these emergency food buckets or whatever. They're like 48 or 72 hour meal kit, and it's kind of like 50-year or 40-year shelf life storage and stuff like that. And I ordered one last year. And they're $20. They're not too bad, So when all this started in China, I bought another one. And I was like, okay. So then when China really started to kind of grow with their problem, I went in to buy more, and they were sold out. I'm like, well, here we go. And then, so then I was like, okay, well, so then I started buying some other stuff, canned goods, rice, all kinds of just basic, staple food. Always making sure to have, couple things of lunch meat, couple loaves of bread at least, all that sort of stuff. And it's been working. But I placed an order for pickup yesterday. Actually, for last night. And a lot of items were canceled. They're not in stock in my order. Like canned goods, rice, ramen noodles. And I was just like, this can't be good. So last night I decided to go into Walmart and pick up a few things and kind of just assess the situation. And, man, like the soup aisle is completely cleared out. All the canned goods are pretty much cleared out. I did find some stuff because I'm tall. So I was able to find all the stuff that was still left on the top upper shelves. And other than that, there wasn't a lot left. So, I don't know what to think about this because, it doesn't. So, I'm in the U.S., I'm in the Chicagoland area. We have maybe 36 cases. I could probably look that up right now. Let me look this up. Okay. In the U.S., as of 3/13/2020, we have 1,885 confirmed cases, 39 dead, 9 recovered, and 2 serious, whatever that means. Illinois, it says that Illinois has 25 cases, so this data has not been updated. Illinois has now 32. They gained another 7 yesterday. So, forgot where I was going with that thought, but I've been watching what happened in China, how China reacted. Now Italy's on full quarantine. That's what I was going to say. So, what's going on is, so I'm in the state of Illinois. The state of Illinois banned any gatherings of more than 1,000 people, and they're recommending no gatherings of more than 250 people. So the next step is to close down the schools, force people into quarantine, things of that nature. So I just received an email today from my boss that said we need to start preparing for like our business continuity plan. So in the event that businesses close and shit like that happens, we can continue to support the business and whatnot. And they're saying like when you go home every day, start taking all of your stuff. So that way, if you're told not to come back into work, you have everything you need. This is getting very serious. I haven't had much time to do vlogging. I haven't had much time to sit down and talk very much, and I've been talking about it, but just short blips and stuff. But I mean, the fact of it is, this has really got me concerned. I mean, it seems like for the most part, kids are not affected by this virus. That doesn't mean that they can't, be infected and spread it. So I feel like this is most likely silently spreading through the schools. They're not going to test all of these people. They're not doing much testing in general because it's new. So what they're talking about doing is quarantining and banning, like so. Like I said, I live in Illinois. Like in Chicago, they canceled the St. Patrick's Day parade. They canceled Shutterfest, which is the Missouri photography convention that I used to go to every year. All sports is canceled. So basketball, no basketball. They suspended NFL. They suspended hockey. NHL, sorry, and I think baseball. They're not doing that right now. So there was literally nothing going on. The school said that they're canceling any sports events or any public-facing things that are going on. Practices and stuff like that, where it's just like a team or just the students, is okay. But like any traveling to other schools and playing away games and stuff like that, that's all canceled. And one step away from closing schools. So right now, I guess overnight the market's crashed or something, but right now my work stock is up $5, which I'm not quite sure how that works because it's at, hold on, this can't be right. Let me refresh this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my stock. I'm done. I'm going to sell at about a 20% loss. I had everything in the market trying to make money, you know how that goes. Got burned, but I can't afford to play around. I can't. I'm not doing it. This is the stuff that happened back in 2008. I lost my whole portfolio upside down on the house because the housing market crashed and I was completely fucked. Completely. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I've been stocking up on food, stocking up on ammo, really thinking about going and buying another gun. Maybe just like a little 22 plinking rifle. Push comes to shove, I can take out the rabbits in the yard. I'm not even kidding. I know it sounds crazy, but dude, they closed down the schools. No one's going out for anything. All the grocery stores are going to be completely picked over because everyone's going to be eating everything at home. No more fast food, none of that shit. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. We do have a bug out plan. We do have supplies. And it's just going to be, pulling the family together, trying to keep everyone healthy, everyone safe. And that's all you can do. I don't know. I don't have any other ideas. That's it. Wood today pulled some cash out of the ATM. Probably going to start doing that every day. I'll put it in a safe place, and if or when this blows over, I can always put it back in the bank, right? So that's all we got. I got to get some work done. World goes on, things keep moving. But I don't know, guys. I'm just really nervous. Never experienced anything quite like this before. And there's no cure. There's no vaccine. So they're trying, that's what I was going to say, they're trying to flatten the curve. So like right now the infected rate is just climbing exponentially. Flattening the curve, they're talking about doing that via social distancing. So instead of the infected numbers still going up exponentially, they're talking about quarantining, and then it'll, like, the numbers will slow down, so to speak. So by slowing it down, that hopefully the idea or the concept is there's a limited number of beds for sick and infected and seriously ill people. If you can slow down that rate, so at least it maybe stays like the same, like flattens and just kind of keeps a constant number versus climbing. As more people as more people recover, beds open up, and then the next wave of sick people can occupy those beds. So that's what they're that's the only concept or that's the idea that they're trying to promote. So I mean, we got a couple weddings coming up. I'm wondering if like these weddings are going to be pushed or canceled. I don't know how that works. We got a couple. It's just so much to think about. I got so many friends that are in the industry of like food service industry and healthcare industry and teacher friends and just all this stuff, and it impacts everyone's just like, what is happening? They're talking about trying to make it so the government can force your employer to keep paying you if you are quarantined. I had to crack my back so bad since last night. I needed that. Italy is suspending mortgage payments. They're just saying, all right, don't worry about paying your mortgage. And there's so much going on. So much going on. Almost wishing that I took a bigger loan. Kind of froze my 401k. And then while everything's crashing, just pay myself back. Fuck. So those are my thoughts, guys. I don't know. I got a whole plan and stuff. I'm not gonna outline it here. But you guys, you gotta have a plan. I'm really curious. This is a time capsule. A year from now, what's gonna happen? Looking back. I mean, stuff is moving so rapidly. In another week, everything could be shut down. So we'll find out. Stay tuned.
Schools starting Tuesday, March 17th through Monday, March 30th. School will resume on Tuesday, March 31st. Our spring break will occur during the middle of these days. All other days that are not spring break days, we will use as e-learning days. All e-learning materials will be distributed to students on Monday, March 16th. The information within the e-learning packet will provide you clear direction on how to implement these strategies at home. These have been unprecedented times, and we appreciate your patience with us. We encourage you to be safe, be calm, and stay healthy. Our children are safe, and we know that. Thank you.
Oh boy, what a day. I don't even know what's going on anymore. So that was a phone call from Grant School saying that the governor declared no school from Tuesday through the end, or till the end of the month or something like that. So yeah, so within that time period is a spring break. I'm still trying to get that approved through work to get that week off to spend with Grant. I don't know what's going on. This is absolutely just pandemonium. The president went on TV today and announced that they're working hard to come up with a new solution for testing people. They're going to have drive-through testing centers all over the place. They're partnering with Walmart and a bunch of other businesses to be able to set up these stations in like Walmart parking lots. Completely nuts. And that's, I don't know, they went on the air at like 2:30 and the market didn't close until 3, and I'm like, fucking A, dude. I was hoping they were, because it said they were going to go on at 3. I think it was like 3 some other time zone. I don't know. Anyway, it ended up being 2:30, 30 minutes before the market closed. And I'm like, that can't be good. Somehow his speech rallied the market, and my work stock went from like 100 and like, what was it? It was like $167 a share to like $178 a share in 10 minutes, right as the market closed. And I don't know what, I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before. So I sold. I'm fucking done, dude. I sold. I was gonna be taking like a $20,000 hit, and by the time that rally went up, it ended on that I only got like a $15,000 hit. I'm like, wow, that's nice. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Everything's shutting down. We're slowly grinding this nation to a halt. We're trying to slow the spread of this, and it's just absolutely crazy. I've never even heard of anything like this ever. I finished today watching the movie called Contagion, and it was from 2011. And everything we're going through right now was in that movie. It's just absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts. So, I don't know what we're gonna do here. If I have to go to work and Grant is off of school, I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. So they're talking about building out a e-learning system. It sounds like the schools have been planning for this for at least a week. They've been working on setting all these systems up. My work, my big boss was messaged me directly, and she said, in the event that our campus shuts down and everyone's forced to work from home, she's like, we're gonna have to come up with some sort of an arrangement for me. And I'm like, okay, so I told her, I'm like, well, my parents are gonna help out Grant school's probably gonna close. This was earlier today, and I'm like, maybe I can just come in like 2 or 3 days a week. And she's like, no, if they shut down the building, no one's allowed in at all unless it's an emergency. I'm like, what? So I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. My job might change in the next month. They might have me doing some other shit. I don't know what's happening. What a fucking crazy thing going on here. They also sent out a notification that, they're exploring options of shutting things down for my work. They are increasing efforts for cleaning up the campus and stuff. So, I noticed the bathroom must have been cleaned like 3 or 4 different times today. I'm like, wow, they must be doing it like every hour. I don't know. I just don't know. When she said that people wouldn't be allowed in the building at all, I was just like, wow, I was not expecting that. I thought it would just be like, well, yeah, everyone stay home. And of course everyone would stay home, but I didn't realize they were forced to stay home. I'm like, wow. So it sounds like, according to that voicemail thing, Grant is going to have School on Monday. Monday they're gonna pass out all kinds of information and shit. And then from Tuesday on, they're not going back to school. Wow. I can't believe this. Alright, I made it to the lake, and I'm just looking to do a little bit of relaxing. My lower back has been locked up for at least a day, and I think it's all the stress, anxiety, and a few other reasons, but yeah, it's nice and peaceful. I beat my parents and Grant and Sophie here, so I got a few minutes to kind of just relax. A few minutes to myself. I did bring my work laptop, and what I'm going to do is test out the network here and all that and see if I could, in the event that I need to, work remote from here. So that's one of the ideas, is just do an hour and a half commute to work, and otherwise just come back to here instead of going all the way to the other house. Especially if they're watching Grant, then I can be with him in the evenings and stuff. So this is going to be weird. Nikki said that her school is canceled as of Tuesday. She's like, why not Monday? I'm like, well, Monday they're sending home all of the e-learning material for everyone to get up to speed quickly. So maybe if they're going to do e-learning, then they don't need to make up days off at the end of the school year in the summer. So we're going to see what happens. But yeah, it's about 6:40 or so. I did stop and get gas. I prefer to have a fresh tank. Gonna go unload the car and just kind of chill for a few minutes before they arrive. So that's it. I think that'll be it for tonight. So see you tomorrow.